Look in them, and you will see yourself as you are and as you wish to be.
I remember turning 21 this year and feeling like I didn't earn the right to be that age. Like I felt like there was some sort of feeling I was supposed to have when I hit that number, and whatever that feeling was supposed to be, I wasn't feeling it. So much of our time is spent chasing these inanimate concepts that we've kind of come up with for ourselves. And I try to really remind myself that you're not in any kind of rat race. You're just living your life and doing what it is you want to do. Easier said than done. I remember so well, and even to this day, the feeling of always feeling like I'm behind. And I think that's a very common thing that a lot of people in my position feel. You know, this feeling of not necessarily good enough, but not on track. But what's even more mind-blowing to me is that the people that I've had the opportunity to speak with and spend time with, who I thought in my mind were on track and seemingly leagues ahead of me, feel just as, if not more, behind than I do.
For who is beautiful if not you? You at your best.
I've always done relatively well when it comes to making friends, and as far as influence kind of goes, I mean, you're watching this video, so I'd hope I'm doing something. I did not anticipate my video coming out as artsy as it did so far, but being deep, I don't know necessarily if it's always so sustainable. But then I wonder if I'm telling myself that because I get insecure that I get so deep because so many people are not thinking on this level, or they're not entertaining these thoughts. And if they do it in a private manner. So when I find myself delving into like these deep kind of philosophical things, I'm like, shouldn't I be out just like doing something else with my time that most people would be doing?
There's no one in the world exactly like you.
One of my favorite things to do is to just head to Barnes & Nobles or Books A Million, literally any bookstore, and just stand around and flip through books and records and sip coffee and wait to find the love of my life. I'm a huge hopeless romantic, and I have it in my mind that, I don't know, love is everywhere and I'm gonna find the one, and I don't know where this is coming from, but this is another thing that I spend my time doing. This. I don't really know where that whole hopeless romantic bit kind of came in. But unlike my first video, this has a little bit more direction. If I've proven anything, it's that I know how to spend a lot of time inside my own head. I think that what I was getting at earlier is just that sometimes I feel different because I'm so deep. But I don't think feeling different necessarily needs to be like put hand in hand with feeling behind. And sometimes I feel like we do that a lot. And I think that kind of messes us up a little bit, you know? Because once you start putting yourself into that bubble, then you open up a whole nother can of worms where it's like, okay, just because you're not doing what every single other person that you know is doing, you feel weird or you feel out of place. If I really think about it, especially as a black kid growing up, my interests were very unique and different, to say the least, and because I didn't fit that mold, it made me feel like I was odd and like I wasn't part of the bunch. Like at some point I was going to magically transform and change into everybody else around me, and the jokes would stop, everything would stop, and I'm a very happy person. Nothing that didn't really get me down, but I think analyzing it more, I'm realizing that maybe that played a little bit of a bigger role than I care to admit.
Why be just another imitation? Be yourself. Yourself at your glowing best.
And I'm still not really feeling it, but my place here definitely doesn't feel, I don't feel out of place as much as I did before, so I call that progress.